Greetings, comrades! Welcome once again to Breathedge and Space, and also the shiny new military spacesuit. The radiation protection is inferior to the regular electrical spacesuit. It is also not insulated and against either mind control rays or hazardous arcing electrical currents. However, it does have one very important advantage. It has a spiffy camouflage pattern on it, and if the gate bot on Sector 51 is as dumb as it looks, this might be enough to fool it into thinking I am in fact an authorized member of the military. Or possibly it will decide that I am in fact a dangerous capitalist spy who should be shot with great force and a great many times. One or the other is going to happen. I'm not sure which, and there's really only one way to find out. Back, comrades, back to Sector 51. Oh, I think it's actually up here. It matters. I do have 127 seconds left on my option, so it's not a problem. I can cover a good 3,000 meters before the oxygen tank runs dry, and I suffocate and die a horrible, gasping, choking death, as opposed to the horrible, punctured, ballistic death I am going to die if I get on the wrong arc of those turrets. Alright, fire the burners again. Watch my approach vector. Also, try not to jump when the squealing turret has noticed you. Sirens go off. Here we are. Just creep up behind the turret, come up in his baffles, and sorted. Little high if anything, but there we go. So, half this, and also tank it up while I'm here. Refill oxygen. Then next step is going to be talk to Sergeant Grunty McChipface over there and hope for the best. 175. Sergeant, I am legitimately authorized to be here.
What's with your face, Private? Wise guy, eh? 2 extra duties.
Sir, yes, sir. Can you let me in? Private? Sergeant? Ah, why would I want to use a chicken to...
General, welcome, sir. Yes, sir. General, sir.
The jet... What? I don't even begin to understand. Why would the chicken be,
The robot gatekeepers can't be in the service, and therefore their involvement in the ranks of the armed forces is extremely improbable. Looks like some alcohol got spilled over its circuits in the crash.
That's probably not the only thing that got fried either. Okay, let's see. I want a first aid kit because I have got a few dents anyway. And resin's useful. I should probably loot this place dry. I may not be coming back here. Ideally, what I would like is an armory. You know, blasters, grenades, actual working grenades would be nice. This is module number 51. The government transported some military developments in it. Some
There's
top
nothing interesting inside,
secret
except for the drawer runners.
military developments. Oh, well, those do sound interesting, but I've only got one shot left on my scanner, so I'm going to hold off for a bit. And we have some bunks, which means fabric. Also alcohol. Both which are very solid. General Chickinson. Right. How could you allow it indeed, comrade? I think now we understand why the robot got confused. Also, quite possibly, we need to have a look at that robot's visual circuits. It's,
A detailed plan of the service
myopic,
module.
to say the least. Yeah, large service module. Well, I've got a medium service module that's working just fine for me at the moment. What have we got? A very busted toilet is what we've got. It's probably best not to ask what happened in there. No, really, you don't want to know. Okay. Forwards, comrades. We must continue to explore. We are a legitimate member of whichever armed service is currently running the place. Oh, inductors. Those are awkward to make. So turn the lights on, have a look around. Okay, that is locked. This one, however, is not. Hello? Hello, restricted military area that totally isn't protected by angry guard bots. I am totally authorized to be here. Honest. Oh, fine metal, handy. Okay, keep poking around.
It's a decoder. Since I've violated all security protocols anyway, we can learn about the information exchanged between Breathedge coffins.
Handy.
That's weird. This looks more like some virtual communication between underdeveloped human beings, but it's even more incoherent and lacks logic. Why would coffins need such information? There's no data on the design of fluorescent lamps. To be more exact, there wasn't any.
Because it's now in your hard drive? Oh, right, I see. So the coffins are artificially intelligent? That is curious. Also slightly disturbing. Right, let's patch up. Flat lamp. Not sure why I need one of those. Another first aid kit. Yes, please.
That's a good door. I bet you can't break it.
Yes, I bet I can't break it either. Security keycard required. Also fuel. I wonder if somebody left their security keycard lying about. Because while the game is telling you just to pull out a handy scrapper and beat it off its hinges, there might be a way that doesn't involve, oh, I don't know, setting off every alarm in this module. Because I'm willing to bet that trying to break down a door in a military base will in fact cause you to set off every alarm in the module, and thereby cause many, many bad things to start happening, probably involving anti-security robots. Let's have another look around the quarters. Did somebody drop their security pass? General Chickinson? You know, I'm going to
Quite an
take
unusual
this.
face, although the gatekeeper's reaction to the chicken has become more clear.
Yes, I had guessed that bit. No sign of a security pass, though. He didn't flush. No, probably best that we don't try and examine that. And okay, looks like it's empty in here. And must stay closed. And in fact, it is locked. What about this one? No passage prohibited. Also, not actually a door. And then we're back. Interesting that the one door activated and the other didn't. Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. Right, we'll take the fabric. The
If
resin.
you try to transfer some of the technological features of this ancient device to modern broken reel-to-reel tape recorders, you might get a working prototype, or an explosion.
Yeah, either is possible. Ah, security keycard. Perfect. A military pass with a magnetic stripe. Such passes are popular for their incredible durability, the possibility of frequently rewriting the access codes, and the abundance of empty space for... yeah, soldiers. What can I say? Still, at least we don't have to break the door down. That does make things a bit easier. I've got 4 fabric at the moment. Okay, we can always salvage this on the way out, assuming that I am not exiting pursued by an angry security robot, or exiting pursued by a bear. That would be equally bad, especially if it is Russian bear and it is pursuing me because I have betrayed the glorious state. What? It could happen. Actually, I probably shouldn't give the developers ideas, should I? Maybe glorious Russian bear robot. That is distinctly possible. And knowing the way this game tends to work, I probably would not be surprised. Right,
I told
open!
you could handle it easily.
Technically, I did not break the door down. I opened it. Legitimately. I have a security pass that says I am entitled to be here. Honest. Some gas leakage detected. The doors are locked. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Handily, I have another way with which to advance. Excellent. Also, we have mannequins. And spacesuits. And possibly mannequins wearing spacesuits. Right, we have some rubber. And the note on the Cedar experimental spacesuit. The Cedar suits were delivered to the captain's bridge as you, Commodore Lisinski, treat them with absolute carelessness until you have thoroughly studied the manual on the Cedar. You'll be interested in costumes for children's performance. That is unfortunate. But I do have the blueprint for the Cedar spacesuit, so hooray! Now let's have a look at this thing. Blueprints, equipment, And the Cedar
You naturally remember
spacesuit.
that my intelligence and charm, along with the entire chest-mounted block, must be transferred to a new spacesuit for it to function fully, don't you?
Indeed, comrade. And in fact, I can make that. Huh. Okay. Aluminium, lead paint, titanium, roll of fabric. Wait, I can do that pretty
A
easily. And
detailed
it's
plan
not...
of the transport module.
No, the small transport module. Well, I was just going to... Actually, no, I am going to scan that because I don't think I have a plan of any of the other transport modules yet. So... Huzzah! I have a plan for a garage. I may even actually remember to get around to building it and storing the bike in it. Well, the vacuum cleaner. Look, I think of it as a bike, therefore it is a bike. Which is actually a very, very flawed and dangerous way to approach any kind of logical situation. Okay,
It seems that
more
the stand for the
electronics.
suit is broken, although it won't be difficult to fix it.
Well, that's not actually a problem since we're not heading back here, and I don't have a scanner with which to scan the spacesuit stand, so I can repair and build it elsewhere anyway. Right, I think we are done here. We have the plans for the Cedar spacesuit, we can build it, and hopefully said suit will come with both electrical and thermal protection, thereby meaning that I do not have to build the insulated suit and waste a lot of resources on research and or construction. That would be nice. It probably won't happen. And aha! One oxygen candle, and we are back at the lobby. Huzzah! Success! Kapah! Etc. What? No, comrades. I am not a horrific xeno-infiltrator sent here to learn the party's secrets in preparation for an alien invasion. Put the blasters down, please. You definitely put the blasters down. That bot does not look friendly. That bot does not look friendly at all. Is anyone worried that I might have annoyed the local security bots? Hello, local police bots. I'm just going to get my thoroughly illegally modded vacuums cleaner, and then I am going to tiptoe away and go and build this suit. Also, I am going to pull out a handy scrapper and grab some titanium while I'm here. There we go. One. Never mind, the inventory is full. Well, I can fix that easily enough. Just chug a bit of water, chug a bit of food. Oh, look, I have 4 empty inventory slots. What a coincidence. There's 3 bits of titanium here. 1 and 2 and 3 and... There's probably a good reason to go and check down there, but I'm honestly not sure what it is at the moment. So, back on the bike. Reverse up. And let's see, 1600 meters at 90 seconds. You know what, I'm going to tank on oxygen first before we try this. I probably could get back in time, but I am not particularly inclined to chance it. Remember, oxygen is like plutonium, and be warm. You do not take chances with it. Admittedly, there are certain circumstances, like most of the real world, in which you perfectly can take chances with oxygen. Correct? We breathe it every second of the day. But, you know what I mean. No. Bad turret. Bad turret. I would prefer not to get shot. I don't know why, I mean, call me a coward, but I have this aversion to excess and artificial holes in my body. It's just one of those things. What can I say? I'm very attached to my limbs. So, back to the station. Possibly consider building a garage. And then think about what I'll need to build the Cedar suit. And with that, hopefully, get another chunk of the radiation protection we need to get to the Normandy. Which, in case you had forgotten, was in fact our goal of this entire chapter. Well, at least we're assuming it is. I mean, it might well turn out that getting to Normandy will result in a horrific and zombie-involved death, but that's just fate for you. Let's face it, we're treating what she says with a certain amount of skepticism. Some of it might be localization errors, some of it might actually be deliberate murder. It's rather hard to tell at the moment. So, roll in to the dock. Okay. And pop. And sweet oxygen, how we have missed you. So, equipment and cedar suit. We have the titanium. And that's basically about it at the moment. Let's quickly construct a couple of first aid kits. Then we'll need to go and get some lead and some paint in order to make, guess what, lead paint. And the aluminium I should have lying around, but if need be, I can always drill some up later. First and foremost, however, first aid. Totally not a rag and a couple of shots of 97% proof alcohol. Why could you ask such a thing? Who'd waste such a delicacy on first aid anyway? Okay, and dump 1 and 2 to clear my inventory. We don't need the photo of the chicken. The military pass will hang on to briefly. The inductor can wait. The fabric can go. The resin can go. The refined metal can go. The inductor can go. The fuel is probably superfluous. The electronics most definitely are, as is the rubber. Sorted. So, with all our spare resources still littering the place like a careless teenager, let's check what else we need. And I suspect the first answer to that is 1 and 2 rolls of fabric. Back to the setup. Aluminium and lead paint. Well, aluminium. Thought occurs that I might be a smidge short of aluminium. There's 1 shot lead paint, 1 and 2 of lead. So I need 3 shots paint and 1 shot lead and quite a lot of aluminium. Right. Need a drill to get aluminium. Luckily, I have a drill prepped and ready to go. So, find bike, sit on bike, and head out to glorious paint storage. Well, I say glorious paint storage, but that may require a rather loose definition of glory, because it's currently a floating pile of wreckage that happens to not be doing a very good job of storing the paint either. So, in fact, comrades, that sentence was utterly and totally truthful. And the truthful level of both of those sentences was exactly equal. Okay, here we are. Hit the brakes, dismount the suit. Let's go. Yeah. Drill, drill, drill the tank. 1, 2, 3. Right, that's the paint. Now we need the lead. You'll do just the 1 shot of that. So, yoink, don't need to waste scrapper charges on that. Where's the bike? 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 Where did I leave the bike? Ah, there it is. Direction? Comrades, you're worried about nothing. My sense of direction is perfectly wrecked. Next problem is going to be finding a couple of aluminium nodes to drill out. Normally those are on asteroids and they are fairly easy to find. Of course, the moment I'm actually looking for one, they will be utterly non-existent. Maybe asteroids? You tend to just get metal from these things. Well, let's give it a go. Pop 1 handy scrapper. Well, technically 1 enhanced titanium handy scrapper with a few nails. This had better be worth it. Come on, smashy, smashy rock. We have resin, and that is actually it. That was a very disappointing asteroid. Clearly, it deserved its fate of being beaten to pieces for its failure to adequately serve the comrades of the party by yielding the aluminium that is currently required. Also, I am running slightly short on oxygen here. Right, station. I have a sudden urge to carry on breathing. I can't explain why this is, merely that it is a requirement. That's no, I prefer not to suffocate. Also, ominous music is bad. Okay, oxygen is slowly tanking up. Well, while we're here, let's quickly make the lead paint. So, Resources. Composite resources, lead paint. Extremely toxic, used only covering ship hulls and spacesuits. Consult your common sense before using it. Well, that's fine, I don't have any. So, hooray, not a problem. Also, is efficient use of engineering and inventory space to get 3 items worth into 1. Now, aluminium. Or aluminum. Depends whether you are a decadent capitalist or not, really, doesn't it? Forwards! Or possibly, in this case, technically backwards, because most of the nodes I've seen in passing were round back towards the primary engineering shuttle. Come on, aluminium. I've got a piece of aluminium nodes around here somewhere. Haven't there? Haven't there? This is where the torch comes in handy. We are looking for little white craters with silvery grey blocks of, well, aluminium in them. And I'm not seeing any there. Boosters, let's roll away from this. Maybe have a quick look
These
here.
engines are obsolete. I don't know where they're from, but their combustion system would be perfect for a miniature accelerator.
Well, that's handy, except I think I have already researched said accelerator, and I don't have a scanner anyway. I should probably have built one. Right, smashy containers. Please let there be some aluminium in these things. Tape. You know, a while back that would have been extremely handy, but I do need a light bulb to make another scanner. And before you ask, yes, I do in fact have a second-hand scrapper. I hope. Light bulb, yep, we'll have you. Plastic, you know what? We've used quite a bit of plastic of late. I might scavenge some of that up. Ooh. Never have too many batteries, and I prefer not to blow metal and alkali to get them. So, wire, light bulb. Where did the battery go? It went spinning off into space. Get back here, battery! Thank you. What else we got? Titanium, 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 more titanium, and a bike. Well, it's going to be somewhat redundant at this point, but I suppose I could always try to scan the engine if I ever wanted to come back this way. 37 seconds of oxygen left. That is actually a slight hiccup. Luckily there is a station that is 300 meters away, and therefore I do not need to burn a candle in order to recharge. Also, mining nodes on that asteroid. Huzzah! That's exactly what we need. Of course, how many of them are going to turn out to be ice, alkali, or other dubiously useful materials at this point? Well, that remains to be seen. Come on, inner airlock, and yay! No need for ominous music again. Huzzah! Etc. Also, I can continue to take care of my health like a good little comrade. Right. Tank is full. And now it's time to go back outside with the drill and get us some aluminum. Or aluminium. Or whatever. Okay, hit that button. There we go. This is what we're looking for. This is the good stuff. Decelerate. Commence drilling. We need 4, don't we? Well, that's a handy coincidence. We have 4, and now we have some spares. So, we should have all the materials needed for the Cedar spacesuit. Okay, turn starboard, back to base, and from there to the construction of the suit. The extremely advanced and probably extremely necessary suit, given that the game is telling me to make it. And with that, hopefully we'll be able to get into the thermal zones as well. I'm hoping that the Cedar suit, given that it has higher radiation protection than either the electrical or the engineering suit, incorporates the insulation from both. Of course, it's entirely possible that I am completely wrong about this, and we are still going to meet a fiery, horrible demise if we attempt to retrieve any mycoplasma again. I remind you that I still have no idea how we're meant to actually get that stuff, given that the last attempt to do so resulted in second-degree burns to my hands. Don't worry, they heal. It's amazing what you can do with a rag and some alcohol. Okay, into the processor. First and foremost, the suit. Yay! The seeded suit should become a sensation as it's unparalleled when it comes to durability, economy, and convenience. Unfortunately, all the prototypes were burned during a certain disaster. Apparently, they were not that fireproof. And I need metal. Metal. I need to make another scanner after all. There we go, there's some metal. In fact, snag a couple of bits. I'm going to make 2 scanners if I can. Equipment, tools, scanner. They're only good for 15 shots after all. Wait, no, I'm shy of batteries. Okay, equip the suit. There we go. New orange spacesuit. It is good, comrades. It is very good.
The new suit won't reduce the core's activity, but will increase your radiation resistance, which is equivalent. Almost.
Yay! Right, we have made further advances.
Of all the potential of the Cedar spacesuit, you managed to use only its improved material for the lining, but even this is enough to increase your chances of survival.
Oh, excellent. So, in fact, this suit is not nearly as advanced as it could be. This is a thing worth knowing. I note that I still have duct tape securing the oxygen pipe, but hey, such things are of minor importance in the grand scheme of things. Also, do I have another battery? No, right, sod. Okay, build. Right, docking module. Okay. Construction kit and resin. Also, corridor. So I need several construction kits. And also some resin. Let's go outside and build ourselves a garage. Which will actually turn out to be just another, well, bit of concrete and rubble, most likely. So, pop one there, pop one corridor, and confirm that. So, corridor is in, and then proceed to build myself a... Oh, I could do a large transport module. Excellent. In which case, I want 2 more modules of resin, or 2 more lumps of resin, rather. And then I can have myself a large garage. Obviously, such grandiosity would normally be unsuitable for a good member of the proletariat, but in this case I do not know how much space I am going to require for vehicles, and it is always better to build large rather than build small and end up wasting the proletariat's resources by having to dismantle and rebuild later. Is my excuse, and I am sticking to it. Okay. Can we get this attached? Maybe. There we go. Confirm. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Huh. Luckily, we got pretty much everything back. Wait, no we didn't. Why did I get an inductor, multiple light bulbs, refined metal, and various other items from 3 construction kits and some resin? You know what? I'm not questioning it, because if nothing else, it means I can build that second scanner. Also, I think I had a slight surplus of construction kits anyway. Maybe. Possibly. Perhaps not. Oh well. Second scanner. Ooh! Wait, no, I'm still short of batteries. This plan has not gone to plan. And I think I have, in fact, burned all my construction kits. Which is disturbing. Okay. Can I make a construction kit? Composite resources. Construction kit, aluminium, rubber. Luckily, I have rubber. There we go. Assemble 1 construction kit. There we go. And let's try this again with a somewhat more modest plan this time. And also, I'm going to build it from inside the corridor so that this does not go horribly wrong, and it does in fact dock correctly. Wait, no, I need more resin. And also this is going to be a rather smaller garage, but at least it probably only has to store... Oh, who am I kidding? This is going to be a hilarious disaster no matter what I do, isn't it? Fine. Well, I have some resin. Really, I should probably be trying to build another construction kit or 3. Resources, composites, aluminium, rubber, titanium, and resin. This is going to require quite a lot of resin. Come back, asteroids. All is forgiven. Temporarily. I may just make do with a small module. There's some resin. In fact, there's some more resin and some more resin and some more resin. And do I have any spare rubber and titanium? I could possibly salvage this mess. Resources, composites, aluminium. I've used all my aluminium, haven't I? Well, that's revolting. Fine, small garage it is. It's not good to be off greedy, comrades. It's not good to be off greedy. Proper modesty should always be observed in constructing dwellings that do not exceed the requirements of the proletariat as they are deemed suitable by the party. Okay, I have a garage. Now the next thing I need is a transport floor. Floor module. Aluminium compensator inductor. You know what? I'm going to leave that till later. Also, the power has gone out, which is unfortunate. Luckily, the oxygen generator is still working. I doubt anything else is, but the oxygen generator is still working. What was it? Lead and electronics to build a solar panel? Let's just dive outside quickly. Hello, solar panel. Compartments. Solar panel. Energy +5. You'll do. Please say that was enough to get the lights back on. It was enough to get the lights back on. Huzzah! Success, etc. I'm thinking a career in internal decorating may not be for me. So, I still have to lower the radiation somehow. Let's see, I have the suit. There's really only one area left to check, and that is over there. An area of oxygen, of turrets, of heat, and of burning pain. Sounds like fun, let's go take a look. Also, there's this little crash site here that I might find useful to check out. Let's just bind the new scanner to a key. I'm going to need the base building module after all. And, ooh, are you aluminium? Yes, you are aluminium. Perfect. Drill, drill, drill. There we go. Only got one shot left on the drill, but hey, I have more aluminium. And that may or may not turn out to be a total waste, since in fact I have now... Ooh, hello. What happened to you?
Looks like there was a fight here. Judging by the tracks, 2 attackers knocked their opponent to the ground and tried kicking him for a long time, after which the victim died of old age, as the attackers missed every time.
Yes, it appears that that was in fact the case. That was totally what happened here. Or maybe it was just a very, very aggressive sports competition. I'm told the 22-23 World Tap Dancing Championships were positively murderous. Well, there's anything else here. Okay, quick exit back, find the bike. Oh, there's some alkali reserves here as well if I need to make some more batteries. Make a note of that. Also make a note of the fact that I only have 30 seconds of oxygen left. Where's the nearest tank? Nowhere in range. Okay, we shall instead let the ominous music play briefly and then see about finding a way through here. Because I suspect the area I need to check out is the one covered by all those very, very unhappy looking turrets. Yeah, those are very unhappy turrets, thank you for mentioning it. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, you don't. Okay. First things first, tuck in on this engineering shuttle, see what it's got to offer. Hopefully what it's got to offer includes blast. Includes the fact that I have wasted an oxygen cylinder. Huzzah. Yay. Many other things like that. Who am I kidding? Right, construction kits no longer necessary, unfortunately. As for everything else, chug some water. Okay, then pick up some more water, and then deciding that beyond the pink underpants, Bunny loves money. No, they are not the most common outfit, are they? Those can stay here, waiting for somebody else to have an extremely puzzled evening. Should anyone ever happen to stumble upon this crash site in the infinite vastness of space, which is statistically highly unlikely. Then again, the odds of this liner happening to plough into an abandoned and apparently rather illegal space station were also statistically highly unlikely, and therefore we conclude the probability is in fact out for lunch. The next crash should therefore happen in approximately 22 minutes. Very little of which helps the immediate situation, which is find a way into a military complex that is crawling with turrets and angry robots. This is of some importance, after all. Okay.
Be careful.
Ooh. Believe me, I intend to be. Let's see, we have a marker there, we have the base, we have a large area there, and one rather unhappy turret trying to lock onto me over there. Also, lots and lots of fiery, burny, heat, death, and other unpleasant things. Okay, let's keep checking out this wreckage. Ooh. Okay, this looks like it might be worth checking out. I'm just trying not to think about the fact that there is in fact a deadly laser right behind me. Okay, let's exit here. Pull over. Try not to pull in front of the angry turrets. There we go. Oh, a construction kit. Perfect. I did say they were redundant, didn't I? Come here. Battery, Gib. There we go. Right, that's the ingredients for the second scanner if I need it. Glass. Hang on. Examine. A faceted glass is the most common glass in the galaxy. This one, however, looks like it was serving its drink with a side of the chicken bartender's opinion of you. Right. I suppose the question is, where do I need to be? That little sector over there looks interesting, and I'm referring mostly to the corona effect that's basically saying, come and look at me, and also the fact that, oh, hang on, there's a turret covering the access route there, isn't there? Right. Sit. So we can't go any further this way, or that turret's going to get line of sight. So instead, I am going to very carefully pick my way up here. Realise that I am in fact about to run out of oxygen, and the turret itself will be able to see me if I make a bolt for the containment area as well. I could use the lower section to try to get access, also blow another oxygen candle. So, go, dive, dive, dive!
This is Knight Errant, the main weapon of the liner unnamed. It was meant to be used only in cases of emergency when the liner was attacked from the outside. Who would attack it, and what makes Knight Errant different from other turrets? The journalists didn't get a clear answer.
I suspect that's because it was... Ouch! Okay.
I hate portals.
Yes. Why do you hate portals again, and why is this suit not insulated? Okay. Right, ball with hamster. Okay, hamster ball with a... Yes. Okay, the hamster apparently got sick of its treatment. Also, yike. What a way to go. Okay, I need some oxygen. I also need to get back to the bike. Ow, 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 ow. Wait, where am I? Right, engineering shuttle. Burn! Go, 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 go! Yes, I am aware that things are about to try to shoot me. I'm also aware that I've only got 100 seconds of oxygen left, and I only have one candle and minimal health. All of these things are not good, and we have just discovered that the Cedar suit does not, in fact, come with electrical and therefore probably not thermal insulation either. It is purely a radiation suit. This is bad. This is very, very bad. So I am going to go back to the shuttle, and the base, and I am going to get myself a new... Well, I'm going to get the old electrical suit out, actually. I'm so sorry. AI, we are going to have to temporarily downgrade. Foolish me for thinking that the suit was, in fact, going to be properly reinforced. In the meantime, however, equipment, resources, composites. Lith. I can build some oxygen cannons. Yo, let's replace what I've used. Never hurts to have a spare of that. Ditto, it will not hurt to have a spare fuel tank loaded. Okay, back to the station. There to consider my next move and possibly my next grind of resources and or base building. Forwards! Away from all the nasty shooty stuff, which I have decided I like even less than I did before, for reasons that should be fairly obvious.
Only the main weapon of the liner, Knight Errant, could have made such holes. If it's still functioning, I really hope that Knight Errant will not react to an object as small as your body.
Ah, yeah, right, okay. I'm gonna have to fire the Knight Errant into the reactor core, aren't I? That's, hilarious. Also possibly highly dangerous. Also possibly a very good way to get horribly murdered by presumably the guard systems aboard the Knight Errant, because we've already seen a couple of functional bots, and I'm willing to bet the locals won't be any happier than old Sergeant McBolt's back there. Now, what could possibly go wrong? I mean, it's only the single biggest gun in the game, and yeah. Repeated electrocution is fun, right, citizen? You are happy, aren't you, citizen?